Yeah, I'm excited to hear about Ralph's little escapade. Anytime you have Ralph in the sun taking pictures,
Escapades.
Yeah, man. I give him the the emoji with the eyes. I guess the eye emojis. Yeah, I was like, yo, Ralph, where are you at, bro? What's going on over there?
Yo, I realized
sun and cake and beaches and water.
And he does that thing where he puts
cake.
one foot up. He's leaned up, 1 foot up, head turned.
Yeah.
You know the pose. Tell me that's not the pose.
Yeah, I have a couple pictures like that for sure. For sure.
I know the formula.
For sure.
I was like,
We'll get into it. Shit. Yes, you already know what it is. You guys already know what you're tuned into, listening to, experiencing. It's the Mayor's Office podcast, baby. And we got a big episode today. We've been doing this podcast 50 times. That's crazy. Episode 50. 50. And we do it bi-weekly, right? So there's a lot of time that's gone in between episode 1 and episode 50. So we're here for you guys. We appreciate you guys. We're trying to make this a big pop-in episode for you guys. And the ones that have seen where we're at episode 1 and seen where we're at right now, trust me, the growth is spectacular, and we're going to continue to rise.
Mm-hmm. Now, we appreciate it. I think what we should have done, maybe this could be like a separate episode, is like our favorite moments from the 50.
We should do that.
So maybe that's something we'll do after the pod. But I think that there's something there because we
like that.
We have some moments for sure.
Let us know on the podcast. Let us know in the comments if you guys want us to do that. Like our favorite points. That we've had
and your favorite moments. I feel like we've had some memorable ones for sure.
100%. Like my first episode, I came on the pod with glasses. I don't know if you guys knew that. So I thought on the 50th one I'd come back full circle moment here.
Yeah, this is an honor.
Throwback. Yeah.
That's an honor of
I gotta find my outfit from the first episode, see if it still fits.
Oh my days.
Jeez.
Yeah. Gotta pull that up for sure.
I just remember us sitting in those couches at that old spot. And you're sitting on the director's chair, and I'm basically sitting on the floor.
Yeah. We had a good idea. It's just,
Oh, it's so funny.
We tried, man.
Like
we
it made sense in our heads.
It made sense in our heads, yeah.
I showed someone the other day, like some of the old pictures of the parks. They were asking about it.
Yeah.
And they literally burst out laughing.
That shit looks rough.
And I said, oh.
You think we took those pictures in like 2006?
Literally.
we took the shit in like 2021, dog.
Yeah.
It was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, that shit was, yeah. But we tried, man. We had an idea, and now look where it is now. So, and we're going to continue to grow, man. Shout out to the architect, Chris.
Let's go.
Big ups to Chris Stacks Edwards. Talk to him real quick for the people.
Hey, what's going on? Stacks Edwards, 1990 Studios, episode 50. Yo, I peeked some of your older episodes too, just to, see what's going on. So I definitely could envision. I remember envisioning that.
That was when we first signed on to come over here?
I was like, let me see what these guys were doing. And I was like, all right.
I can beat that shit.
I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to lock them in. They'll be here forever.
This nigga looked at these like, these niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, man. I'm about to blow their mind.
It's like when you're talking to someone and you see their ex and you're like, this is who you let treat you like that? I'm good.
I was like, yo, you guys were the ones I wanted to save. That's what it was.
Yeah. You were the whole that needed to save.
Yeah. He put his cape on for us?
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
that's crazy. And the fact is he actually did it.
He did.
That's wild.
He's not even joking.
I feel like a ting right now.
Oh my
That's
God.
wild. That's wild. And to be honest, man, Chris came on, things elevated, and I feel like the elevation is not hit its peak, but the parabola, it just kept increasing, like the angle.
Can we get a side effect for parabola?
As soon as Omari came on.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that trio that we had, it turned into a quad.
Yeah.
We felt richer.
We felt richer. So can Omari J. Morris, OJ, the owner of multiple chains and accessories, can you talk to the people, please?
Wow. Man, I'm always grateful to be here, man. In here with my brothers. I feel just blessed, man. Ever since day one, you guys accepted me with a bag of sun chips, and here we are now. Sun chips gone, and glass is still on, but we're good to go.
Yo, that's crazy. Just use a bag of sun chips.
Yeah, good callbacks.
Oh my goodness.
It's a big callback. Big callback.
You're really podding.
Yeah.
This episode is for all the real listeners.
Facts.
Yeah.
Fuck you fake listeners, man.
Oh my
And
goodness.
to be honest, man, if you guys been listening to this podcast for a long time, if you guys know me personally, you guys will know how this podcast started. I came home one day and I called Adriel and I said, "Yo, fuck it, let's do this thing. I have this idea. Let's rock. Let's get this aesthetic down." Adriel said, "Say no more." There wasn't no long talking. He didn't give me no back and forth. It was like, "Yo, where we gonna be? Where we gonna do it? What we gonna do?" And we did it, and we're here. So shout outs to AdrielSmiley.com, the Podfather, the Godfather, friends of many, many beautiful, attractive women. Platonically, talk to him.
Allegedly. Yeah, I think it feels good to be drafted to a great organization. And before we go any further, I think we have to dedicate the episode to someone. Okay, before we get to the mayor, because you're the one who's giving me the final call. Okay, we have some players who have wore 50.
I know who I want, but let's see what everybody says.
Now I want to shout Ralph Sampson because I'm wearing the Ralph Sampsons right now. Great player, a great could have been story.
Shout out to Ralph.
You got him. You got Emeka Okafor.
Wow.
For all the real heads. I don't think
Rookie of the year.
Yep. We got Aaron Gordon, NBA champion.
Yep. Slam dunk contest champion.
Yep. We got Mike Miller. You know,
knockdown shooter.
One of the greatest shooters.
I didn't know Mike Miller wore 50.
Yeah, I think it was only in his Memphis days. I don't think
had
he
to
was.
because I think he was 13 in Miami.
Yeah, it wasn't his whole career.
Yeah.
And then David Robinson, the most famous 50.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
And then there's Zach Randolph as well. Anyone you think of that you've out of those or someone else that you're gonna?
I'm not gonna lie, those are some top players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some elite players actually in there. But I think there's a couple of Hall of Famers in there.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pick the best player, but I'm gonna pick the guy that I rock with the most out of that group. A guy that emphasized and embodied grit and grind. One of my favorite players to watch because he just put in work on the post. Zebo, Zach Randolph.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, Zebo was
One of my dream
different.
interviews for sure.
Yeah, Zebo's a real one too.
Yeah,
Zebo's
he's a real nigga,
one.
man.
Yeah. Nah, okay, this is gonna be a Zebo episode. I like that. I
like
think
that
that makes sense. Make it to 50 because 50 is not easy.
Yeah.
And all his buckets were not easy.
And this podcast, it represents grit and grind, just like those Memphis Grizzlies. We grit, we grind. There's a lot of you podcasts out there. You guys are good and we respect you guys. But we're on your level and we're coming for your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can co-sign that. A lot of y'all are more bark than bite, but it is what it is.
Man.
Pod Wars.
One of Zach Randolph's last lines were, for where I'm from,
Bullies get bullied.
Bullies get bullied. So,
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
Shout
Coming
out
for
to
y'all
them.
next, man. Don't worry. If I ask you guys to, do a guest appearance, you say no, I'll say bet.
All right, Ralph, introduce yourself.
Yes, you already know what it is. Fresh off a flight from Vegas, baby. Just got in.
Those are real shoes.
Just got in. I didn't think I was going to do the pod, but I said, yo, it's episode 50. I got to be here, man. I got to be here. I got to do this.
Thank you for being here, my
The
guy.
James Harden of potting, the Allen Iverson of potting.
Absolutely.
He can go straight from the club to the court and give you a 50 burger
There's a
like
lot
it's
of
nobody's
clubbing.
business.
This might be your Jordan game, man.
This is your flu game.
It's my flu game, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
for the Raptors, he's DeRozan.
I like that. But yes, you already know what it is. It's Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the Last Airbender, a.k.a. a little bit broker from Las Vegas.
Yo.
Not gonna lie to you, man. The house always wins because I did not.
I'm dead.
I definitely did not. I lost at every single game I played.
Damn, man.
Literally. My boys, they want a little bit of change
Okay.
here and there. I think one kind of broke even or close to it, and the other one, towards the end, he won a lot of money back off blackjack.
Okay,
Nice.
thank God.
Yeah. I had this thing. I didn't bet a lot of money throughout my weekend, but I have this thing that I don't truly trust casinos. There's a lot of little things going on. I watched a lot of movies growing up. I don't trust it. There's cameras everywhere. There's managers, and the managers have managers that have managers, and everybody's watching over tables. It's like 3 workers that are watching over one table.
Yeah.
Sketchy shit's happening.
So what do you mean you don't trust it? What do you think is happening?
I think these guys have it down to a science on how to take money from people. But you have to use Vegas as like, they prey on your weaknesses. You start winning, right? You put a 50 down, maybe you lose. Then you put another 50 down and you win. They're betting that you're going to keep putting more 50s down. The key is not to get too high off that money high, that win, you know what I mean? Once you win, it's okay to walk away from the table. That's how they fuck you up. Because you start winning and you're like, yo, more. And then they eat your pockets because we're addicted to that high.
Yeah.
I do hear you.
I'm disappointed to hear you
feel
didn't
you.
win though. That would have been a gift for the pod if you and Chris could have gone to the strip club with your winnings.
Crazy. But I'm winning in life. Look at my friends.
Okay, there we go. Let's get a
I
sheesh
like
for
that.
that.
I like that.
But Las Vegas was nice, man. Good vibes. A lot of walking. Clubbing was nice. Didn't do anything too crazy. Watched the NCAA women's
I
final.
saw that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched the Pac-12 final, which was dope. So I got to see Juju.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so that was dope. That was dope. I tried waving, but I don't think she saw me. It was like the depth perception. I don't know.
If she did, she would have
If she
waved
did,
back.
she would have
Yeah.
waved back.
Obviously,
yeah. 'cause
we
Ju-
know.
shout out to
There's a
Juju.
lot going on, man. You know,
A lot going on. She
There's
won
a
the
lot going
chips.
on.
It's tough.
I thought she would have saw me when she went on the stairs to cut the mesh.
The mesh,
but
yeah.
she missed me. So it was cool.
It's
Shout out
just
to
don't
Juju.
even-
so much
don't even
lights
trip.
going on in the arena.
You know what I
like-
mean? You know what I mean?
a lot of
But
air to breathe.
yeah, exactly,
It's a lot going on,
exactly.
yeah.
So one thing I was gonna mention to you guys, you're probably wondering like, what did I do in Vegas? Who I went with? I went with two of my friends, right?
Mhm.
So I know me as a man, I'm very confident. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm a single guy. Maybe I want to indulge in a little bit of conversation. Not saying I'm trying to put myself out there physically on the streets, but I want to indulge in some conversation. I'm in a new area. You know what I'm saying? And I'm single. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The two guys I went with are two tall ass niggas. One is 6'5", one is 6'7".
Mm.
No matter how much aura you got, once you're with somebody or around somebody that's 6'5" plus, it's gone.
Yeah.
My entire aura was gone.
Your whole motion.
Yeah.
I have friends that are 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", and I still feel like, I have some sauce when I'm around them.
This
6'7", different ball game.
This
We,
is- yeah,
we
it's
gotta
too much,
understand
it's
as
too
well
much.
in the States, that's like doubled. Like, I don't know if you guys have been down to the States enough, I
Yeah.
think, to realize down there the humans just seem to be a little bit bigger
Yeah.
Yeah.
than in Toronto for whatever reason. So, yeah, bro, you're 6'5", 6'7", and you're under 6 feet. Toast.
No, listen. I went to the States. I felt slim. I felt like Wiz Khalifa when I was in the
I thought I was,
States.
I was at the
Like-
pool. I felt D's, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm in okay shape, but like I
Yeah,
felt
like-
like I was D's at the pool.
Yeah.
And the thing that's worse is that being beside people who are that tall, you look shorter just in comparison. Like I got some cousins who are 6'5", and it's like I'm 5'11", 6 in the right shoes.
Yeah.
We could fly. That's more than enough.
Yeah.
Besides two people who are like 6'5", 6'6",
No, I looked
I'm
like
5'6"
I was the
now.
little brother with
Like-
a beard.
yeah, like
You know what I mean? And like I was the oldest out of the three of us, and I'm looking like the youngest one. You know what I mean? Just off of comparison. If the four of us went, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're not short.
Yeah.
Chris isn't short, but I would look, normal.
yeah.
For
Them
sure.
niggas, I wasn't looking normal.
Oh, you brought your brother with you. But it was a good trip though.
It was a good trip overall. I would go back with a purpose, though. I don't think America is good for visiting if you're just visiting on a random weekend. I think if you have a purpose, like there's a specific event you want to go to, a concert, a sporting event, whatever, then go. Festival, etc., go. I'm not holding that against you because I would do it too. But if you're just going to the States on a random weekend, you're just going to burn unnecessary money.
100%.
True.
So that's what I feel. Because our conversion rate, fuck that shit slapped me up, bro.
Yeah.
I got a fucking cinnamon bun that was $11 Canadian.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That hurts.
But I like cinnamon buns, so I got two of them.
Hey, that's fair.
I said I got two of them.
But yeah.
Who's rich now?
Hey.
That's what I'm trying to
They,
figure out.
they
Like,
say that you only need 48 hours in Vegas. Like,
Yes.
in 48 hours, you could see the whole city, do what you got to do. You just came back literally today. You co-sign that?
Yeah, I agree. I think by day 3 it was like, what are we doing?
okay.
We still enjoyed it because we walked around and we saw different things and stuff, and we kind of spaced out the events that we were doing. Like we saw Cirque du Soleil, which was cool. But I completely agree with that statement. 48 hours in Vegas, you get the fuck out, man.
Damn.
You go out 2 nights, maybe a day party or so, touch an event. That's it.
I think it's because casinos never sleep. Like, I think anyone who's been around, not even just Vegas, casinos in general,
Yeah.
it could be 3 a.m. on a Tuesday and the parking lot is full. And everyone
Yeah.
is in there.
Yeah.
That's the thing that fucked me up. Cause I've never actually been to a casino. Like I never went to Niagara. I never went to the one in Pickering. So this is my first time like being in a casino. And even those, they are just casinos. You have to
Yeah.
walk in, walk out. This, every single hotel is a casino.
Yup.
True.
The lights
crazy.
stay on a dim level. They're not bright like the lights in 1990 studios, like the expensive lights that Chris gets. They're dim. and they're going on all day.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
4, 5, 6 in the morning going on. Bright lights. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's tough, man. I understand. There's probably people that are in there 24 hours.
Oh, 100%. It's like you sleep and you wake up and the same person's in the same spot.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just like, did I not sleep or something? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's a dystopia in a sense. I won't
Yeah,
lie.
it's like weird energy. Like you go
been?
there late at
Yeah.
night,
You
You
like
been to
just
Vegas, Chris?
not in Vegas, just in casinos. Like we'll go
Yeah.
Niagara or the Pickering one, but
mhm.
being in there like 4 in at like even in like a Niagara casino, it's just like you run into some interesting characters.
Yeah.
for sure. You can't find exits,
No.
and
Yeah.
Facts.
there is no clocks.
Mm.
There's no
Facts.
clocks.
True.
That's interesting.
Facts.
There's no
Which
clocks.
makes a lot of sense.
That
Yeah.
does make a lot of sense.
And they're
Yeah.
like pumping like cold air or whatever in there. Like at least I always
keep you
find
awake.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And the bars are running 24 hours. There's no cutoff time like over here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Getting
Yeah.
a daiquiri at 7 a.m.
Yeah, like
Jesus.
3:45 in the morning. Like,
Shout out to the daiquiri.
5 a.m.
Omari, you're going away soon.
Yeah.
You're turning the big 30.
100%.
Are you guys doing any casino hopping on your trip? Is that in the plans?
There's no, from what my research, because I'm going to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Can we hear him pronounce that one more time, Mr. Worldwide? I want to hear that one more time.
Puerto Vallarta.
Who's Peso Poppy now?
You guys are too freaking funny. Honestly, when I looked it up, man, it seemed like it was mostly like an older crowd that kind of goes to it, like
Okay.
40s, late 30s, 50s, and 60s. So it seemed like a retirement crowd more than anything. There's just like a lot of beaches, like nice, clean beaches.
But you're
Like
trying to chill out and enjoy
I'm
the
just
scenery.
trying to chill out, enjoy the scenery. Yeah.
So
For
this
real,
is
for
your
real.
birthday trip?
Yeah.
And it's a couples trip, vacation. What's the vibe?
Yeah, it's just a couple trip. Me and my girls going out there,
Nice.
seeing what's
Just a
up.
couple's trip?
Yeah. what else is it supposed to be?
I'm just making sure, just confirming.
But yeah, no, definitely a nice couple trip, man. We got like snorkeling on the docket, and I don't know. I'm trying to see some other activities, but like the activities are like a little wide ranging. They're more like scenic things. They're more like smaller, like
Walk
I would say
around,
activities. Like like
get a
small
tour.
hike, do a little tour,
Mm.
see some cool little animals.
I don't
There's no
mind a good
cenotes.
tour.
I think
Yeah.
your vacation and my vacation are two different things.
Oh, okay.
What's
Yeah.
your vacation?
My vacation is a lot of vices.
A lot of activities.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind a lot of activities, bro. I just want to relax this time.
I didn't say activities. I said a lot of
Vices.
vices.
Oh,
Vices.
vices.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
oh.
my like vacation.
I mean,
That's
like
fair.
that's still activities, though. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta understand. Like,
Vices are the best activities.
Yo, Chris saying that in those sunglasses is just so
Vices are the
crazy.
best
I
activities.
love it. I love it.
Like coming from Narcos, 100%.
Oh man, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm in Fear and Loathing. You know, like I just feel like I should be doing like LSD or something crazy right now.
You know, you either got to be doing drugs or slanging drugs.
Yeah,
Like,
or both. But then I'm not. You know.
We'll do an
Yeah.
LSD podcast episode. Why not?
Yeah, man. Let me just go to my freezer. Just kidding. That was a joke. Comedy.
how do you, allegedly. Oh my goodness.
I'm a business.
That's good.
But you're excited for your trip
Yeah.
though. This is your
Yeah.
first like birthday trip, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's my first birthday trip, and this is the first trip I can say like, I don't know, like I'm just relaxing. Like last time I went and like we went on like a huge hike one day, like when I went to Puerto Rico, not
yeah.
long ago. Yeah, we went on like a hike and everything like that, and like jumped off waterfalls and shit, and like
Okay.
did all a bunch of stuff. But this time I just want to chill.
You're just gonna be by the beach with your feet out.
Pretty much, bro.
So I got a question for you guys then. On vacation, are you guys the over planning type or are you guys the chilling type?
I'm chill.
I'm gonna have a lot on the itinerary, but we don't have to stick to it. You see what I'm saying? like, there's a lot going on there. Like, but if we're ever looking at like, you know, what to do, like, there's options on the itinerary.
You
see
just
what
want to
I'm
have the
saying?
options. You don't want to feel like you have no options.
Essentially,
I-
like my brain will just run in circles.
So you
like,
won't get
what am I
upset
doing?
if somebody doesn't want to do something that you planned on the itinerary?
No, I don't really care.
Okay, because there's some people that do get upset.
See that? Yeah, definitely not that particular.
You just
I
want to
like-
have them there so
I-
you could be like,
It's just
if
ideas.
we need something to do,
just ideas right there. Boom. All right,
What
know
about you,
what?
Chris?
Let's do it.
It depends. I don't mind doing activities like if they're like cool, but if I'm like going like down south to like a resort, like I'm cool with like maybe like 1-2 trips, like, you know, check out the local scenery, see what's going on,
yeah.
you know, maybe get some cool eats. But like, nah, I want to be on the beach. I want to be hanging out, calm. I don't want to be
Yeah.
being told, oh, you got to go here for this time. You got to go here for
Yeah.
this time.
I like
You know?
doing a skeleton. Like, light itinerary,
Mhm.
but there's hours and hours of you to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So yeah, that's my vibe.
agree
Like,
with that.
okay, we're gonna maybe get up today and we're gonna do the excursion early in the morning because usually it's like 6, 7 a.m. Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the day is fucking chill.
Chill.
Do whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I think it depends like how long you're going for, of course, but
Mhm.
usually it's a couple things I'm like, we got to do these two things. Like, you know, when you go somewhere, it's like, okay, we got to do the excursion because it's whatever scenery, and then we got to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not like, I got to do it, we'll see how we feel when we get there.
Yeah.
Because when I went on my press trip to Jamaica, it was almost too much activities. And there was times when I'm waiting for my food and I'm eating while I'm getting dressed before we're about to go drink.
I
You
see what
know?
you're saying.
And so it's like, I didn't come on vacation to get dressed in
To
5
rush.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So yeah, I'm more on the, chill,
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
We'll get to when we get to it.
I seen something on social media. Question:
Mm-hmm.
if you were to plan a vacation like
Mhm.
you're currently planning,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys get into an argument or you break up before the vacation happens, what do you do?
Okay, breakup and argument are two different things, though. Like,
You guys are to the point that you don't want to go together,
You're not speaking.
but you still have the vacation booked. What do you do?
I'm going.
Yeah.
Are you going by yourself or are you bringing somebody?
I'm bringing someone.
You bringing another girl?
No. I might bring like Omari or you or my brother. Like I'm doing something like that. Like
okay.
yeah. But if we both paid for it, here's my thing. I'm gonna have fun regardless. So if you want to show up and still be mad about whatever,
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like fight to be upset. Like we're not gonna argue. Like I'm gonna have fun.
Mhm.
I spent my money.
Yeah.
We can argue back at home.
I agree with that. Like, if
Yeah.
I'm already if I've already invested money into the trip, essentially, you can't get back. I'm going.
So are you bringing somebody else or are you going to go solo?
Like, yeah, I guess I would have to. If I already invested the money, I'd have to bring someone.
So are you bringing
I'll
like
bring
your
my-
boy
yeah,
or
I'll
are you
bring my
bringing
boy.
another
I'll
girl?
probably bring my boy. To be honest.
Yeah.
Actually, like
We know
well,
Rouse bringing.
Yeah, the way you ask the questions, you know the answer.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
If it's-
I'm not in a relationship.
If it's you know
So-
what? Here's a wild answer for me, honestly. If it's a breakup
Yeah.
and it's like, and the timing is like pre-summer, you see what I'm saying?
Like now.
like right now.
Not almost.
Perfect
No,
time.
I'd say like a little later, in April, May type stuff, early June or whatever the case is. Yeah, 100%. At that point, I might have
He's
to.
about to get so
I might have
coded.
I might have to go look
I have to take this out the clip.
on like the social medias. I'm gonna have to go look on the apps, see what's up.
Or you're just gonna find a trip bay. Like
Yeah, essentially.
Yo, to be honest,
I
to
just
be
have
honest,
fun
it's
for a
easier
week.
than you think.
Yeah, it is.
No,
easier than
no,
you
no.
think. I just
Everybody
do it for
wants
a
to
week.
just go on
no.
vacation, man.
If
I
you're
do it for a
paying
week.
too, it's probably
I'm
easy.
do
not
it for a
doubting
week.
how easy it is, but to me, if I'm really gonna look for a trip bay, okay, let's say it's your situation, like you said, the perfect scenario
Yeah,
of
it has to be
pre-summer,
some-
okay? And I'm looking for someone. I'll probably spin the block on someone who I know will be fun for the trip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And be like, yo, this doesn't mean that when we get back, I want to link.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just for this trip, let's have a great time.
I feel like
Whatever.
everybody's single. If you're lightly dating somebody that you're willing to go on a trip with, you probably have like somebody else that potentially you could have went on a trip with too. Like
Oh, like if
Like-
it's
like
not
if-
your actual girlfriend, you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Oh,
But if it's your
yeah.
girlfriend, you should not have a secondary.
Ready
background.
to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
crazy.
some sick
That's
work.
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
My answer is I gotta work it out with my girlfriend. Come on.
Ooh.
Wow.
Come on, man. Time code
That's-
that. No, to be honest, man, if I was in an argument and we stopped talking or whatever and the trip's paid for, especially if it's paid for just solely by me, first option is to try to get one of my boys because then they're going to pay for it and I get some recoup on cash. Second option is to find a second female to go with, to be honest with you. Because I don't have a lot of female friends, so it'd have to be somebody that I've had a decent conversation with. And I'm not going to call somebody to come up with me for the sole purpose of us going up on vacation to fuck. No, we could just, go have fun.
Mhm.
But yeah,
But yeah, you need someone who's like, it's gonna be a good vibe. Like,
exactly.
yeah,
I want
you know.
someone that wants to share that experience, I'm down for that for sure.
I feel you.
I think you just spoke something into existence for somebody. I'm hoping it's not.
No,
Omari.
no, please.
definitely
please,
not
no.
me.
Yeah, I was not mine. But
And your
100%
birthday is April
April
1st.
1st.
Do we record an episode? Yeah, we should be recording an episode before your birthday, but you won't be here.
I will not be here.
So
for
we're going to give you all the love now while you're here, man.
Appreciate it.
Is your big
Appreciate
30?
Big 30.
Man, give it up for
30.
Omari.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Big
guys.
30 on the way, April 1st.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Getting old. Thanks.
So by
I'm
the
the
time
youngest one on the pod though, so
say again,
I'm the youngest one on the pod though.
Fair.
Cool.
Which is interesting.
I mean,
Barely.
technically.
I'm just saying the
By
baby's
what, like
turning
2
30
months?
now, like, you know.
2-3 months.
Yeah, basically.
That's come on, man.
8 weeks.
It all counts.
Because I'm the youngest by 8 weeks.
it all counts. It all counts.
Yeah, that's good, man. Wow,
Appreciate
this
it.
pod is gonna be seasoned, full of
Mhm.
30-year-olds. Gonna be a good vibe.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Different demographic. Now you're gonna know what it feels like when you gotta click that thing about your age. It says, whatever, 19 to 29.
Yeah. Now, welcome to 30 to 39.
Yeah.
There
30 to
was
35.
an award someone sent me of like you can apply for it, whatever, and it was like Young Black something award, and it said 29 and under, and I said,
Yeah.
Disrespect.
We can't make the Forbes under 30 anymore.
Yeah.
Crazy.
30
That's
under
crazy.
30.
We gotta, and the under 40s, that's gonna be some stiff competition.
Oh
man.
yeah. We're gonna be fighting for our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For the next
So
couple
it
years
is
at
what it
least.
is.
I want to throw this question to Omari first.
Yeah.
When is the last time that you really freaked out? Like, maybe not panic attack level, but like you were really, really pressed, and it was like a tense moment.
Man. It would probably have to be I have too many stories for this. Actually, you have to pitch this for somebody else first. 'Cause I gotta decipher.
Man
the
said that is
stories.
too many.
Nah, I do, because there's some stories I could say on here, but there's some that I'm like, if I say it on here, it's kind of wild.
Go
Yeah,
for it, bro.
yeah.
Speak your
Oh,
truth.
man.
We need the views.
Yeah, live your truth.
Yeah.
Ah.
You want us to come back to
He's
you?
going
Yeah,
through
yeah,
right now.
come
He's
back,
like,
come
If
back.
we come back to you, though.
Oh, I got some.
Oh, it better be good.
It better
It'll
be good.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Ralph, what you got? Last time that you like freaked out or time that is memorable?
Last time I freaked out, last time I was scared, I would say, was 2 years ago, because I don't get scared often.
Nah,
Obviously.
Big man thing.
never
Big dog.
We were in Mexico. We had an excursion. Speaking of trips, we had an excursion, and we set it up with this guy, and he was part of the resort, but he wasn't really part of the resort. So I trusted him, but I didn't really trust him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We get up early. We get in this truck, and there wasn't a lot of tourists. There was a lot of locals in the truck.
Yo.
And
Yo.
I'm a paranoid guy. Like,
Yo.
I'm trying to make sure, like, I'm in a
Yeah.
foreign country.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of Narcos, Breaking Bad. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get in washed up in no cartel business, dog.
You
or-
like your organs. You want to keep them.
you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we're driving now. We're driving, and we're in the downtown area, and the downtown area was completely different from the resort area. The resort area looked like fun, peaches and roses. You know what I'm saying? The downtown area, a little more true to form. You know what I'm saying? So car just pulls over. The car pulls over for like 10 minutes. I'm looking around. There's a lot of locals on the car, and they're calm. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not calm. Looking around. Driver gets out the car. Where the fuck is this guy going? I'm seeing no cops around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing like regular people around and shit. Like those dogs that are just like, outside the mongrels.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dog. So I'm wondering, my friends are like kind of calm, like the people I'm with and shit. 10 minutes turns to 15, turns to 20. I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck is going on? So I'm looking around and shit.
Mm-hmm.
No driver. Bro, a couple minutes pass and shit, then the driver comes around the corner. But the entire time, before we started driving up again, I was scared shitless. Like, I was like, yo, is this my last days, bro?
Something about to go down.
Yeah.
Hey, did he explain
man.
himself or anything? He's gotten a whip and kept
No,
pushing?
he just got out. Like, it was him and his, it was two drivers.
Yeah.
And yeah, they both got out and they both left the car and they didn't come back with anybody. So I don't know what the fuck they did. But yeah, I was nervous though, I'm not gonna lie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you remember what was the worst scenario that went through your head at that time? Like, did you have like one that was like, okay, I'm about to be trafficked?
Yeah, I gotta fight. I gotta fight, bro. And if I don't fight, I die.
Okay.
So that was
you
the
were ready, like.
Yeah, that was the first thing that was in my head. I'm like, yo, bro, if some bullshit happens, I gotta fight, man. It is what it is. If I get shot, I'd rather get shot than get, my organs harvested.
Facts,
Or,
facts.
end up in a ditch somewhere. Yo, I'm gonna end up in the ditch anyway. I might as well fight.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that one Canadian, he put the pause on us.
Yo.
That's a crazy one.
But yeah.
Chris, what you got? What's the last time you like freaked out or had like a stressful moment?
I was thinking about it. Man, I'm kind of like you. I'm like, which one should I tell? I guess recently, not that I'm proud of it,
Okay, let's hear it.
No, I was just, this was actually on Saturday. I was at a birthday little thing, and there was this dude. He was hammered, right? So it's all our friends. We're at this like little restaurant spot, and it's Billy Jack's. It turns, and then it's like after, it's like people are playing sports and just drinking and stuff. And we're all sitting around, and there's this one dude that walks up, just talking to us, kind of starting to bug the girls that we're with a little bit, and then like keeps coming up to me for some reason, like, and I was like, oh hey, being nice to him for a while. He just kept putting his arm on me, and I'm like, hey, relax, like just like calm down. And then he's like, oh, he's buying me drinks, and I'm like, no, I'm not, and I kept like, no, and then he's like, oh, he said you're buying. I'm like, no, he's like, oh, I'm just joking or whatever. And then we're just whatever, calm, leave it alone. And he's just bugging people, and I'm starting to just get like a little annoyed. And then he comes up to me and he grabs my nipple. So I just like, I didn't like hit him, but like I just like right away, just like don't touch me, like pushed him back. His drink fell, and then like luckily our other friends were like, all right, guys. But it was like, I'm not really like that, but like, yo, don't touch me. Like I don't like that. So it's like as soon as you did that, and I've like, it's been like multiple times. So actually, I was like, that's probably
don't be grabbing nobody's nipple, no matter how they identify.
You ever beat someone's ass?
I don't fight, man. It's not me.
Okay.
That wasn't really an answer, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I feel like there's some undertones there. Like, like he's running a business, so he can't really say.
Buddy, I'm a lover.
Send that to his wife.
Yeah.
But no, I just had to like, he grabbed me. I was like, yo, don't touch me. That's where I'm starting to like, but it's like, some dudes are just like way too comfortable, especially like certain,
when they're a little drunk
people.
too. He probably had a couple of beers in him.
Yeah. He was like, just this like long-haired hippie. I'm like, dude, don't you?
It was like an NBA fight. Like he pushed him and everyone broke it up.
Yeah. I was like, I wasn't gonna do anything. I was like, yo, just don't.
All right, Omari, let's hear you. Let's hear your crazy story.
Let's hear you, because this guy is gonna go last.
Oh yeah, we gotta save the best for last.
Mine is not that crazy. It was a few years ago, and basically I missed my flight. I was telling him about this. Yeah.
That made me nervous.
Yeah, like I was already. Yeah, I was already running like close to time, and basically, it was over that terminal you got to take a train to. I thought it was that terminal, so I'm there like, okay, where do you find the train station? Whatever.
Yeah.
I get to the train, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to this terminal. Which direction am I going in? This person gives me they give the whole long explanation. You can't miss it, okay? Get on this train. As soon as you get off, right up the escalator. She does all of that.
Yeah.
I do all that completely the wrong way. And I was already cutting it close.
Air Canada it's confusing, man, sometimes.
Yeah.
Bro. You have to be careful on Air Canada, bro. It's a big ass airport, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
it's a maze.
No, 100% it's a maze. Yo, we're gonna get to you. It's coming. But now that I just got my mind back on Air Canada, if you guys fly Flair, please be careful, bro. Flair sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want a Flair sponsorship at any point, dog. Flair is garbage. I've never seen, maybe you guys in the comments listening to the pod, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen a plane land from a flight, take everybody off, and instantly bring on the next set of people and go. I've never seen that in my life. And that's exactly what I experienced.
Plane moving like a shuttle bus.
Bro, I thought I was on the TTC. So you guys let me know in the comments if that's a regular thing. I just didn't experience that until today.
I've flown with Flair, but I've never seen that. That is crazy.
They told us on the PA, they're like, oh, your plane's coming in soon. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck do you mean our plane's coming in? Maybe they're like organizing it, refueling it, bringing it around the corner. No, the plane literally landed, parked up, dropped everybody off, and then they checked us in, which was unorganized.
You were part of the coming on.
Yes.
Oh, you were the.
Yes.
That's even worse.
And it happened so quick. I know they didn't clean the seats. I know they didn't clean shit. It was tight in there. It was just bad.
You
bro.
sat in someone's fart smoke, like for sure.
Was the seat warm when you sat down?
No comment.
All right.
No comment.
I feel like the lower rate airlines. We're not gonna name all the names, but it's almost like when you take a taxi in a small town. Like you ever been to like a small even town in Ontario or whatever, and they don't have Uber, so you gotta take a taxi.
And
you're kind of like, this is gonna go like.
Yeah.
That's what Flair was kind of like. Taking a small town.
Flair was garbage, man.
Taxi.
Like we flew Canada Jet Lines, and I thought that was gonna be shit, but it was actually pretty good. So I was surprised. I don't know who they chartered to, but yeah, if you guys ever fly Flairs, don't do it. Just say fuck it, man. And then they charge us extra for carry-ons. It wasn't like included. Like it was just so much little mini fees. If you talk to an attendant to assist you instead of doing online check-in, it's an extra $25. I was like, yo, what the fuck am I doing?
That's crazy.
God.
So I don't know, bro. But anyway, the people have been waiting.
Yeah. So, you know what? I don't even know if it's like I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the story, man, because I don't
Just
know
go ahead.
what where I should say I was working at necessarily, but essentially I had to kick somebody out of the facility. So I was in a position where like the environment we were trying to curate was a judgment-free zone. A lot of people are going to know that jingle and know exactly where I'm coming from with this already. Especially if you've watched previous episodes, you already know kind of the history here. But there was a gentleman that was saying a lot of flagrant stuff. Like he came in a little bit off already. I don't know how he had a membership. I didn't really even get to see his like profile until he was like already in throughout our gym like a bunch of times. He came at some really weird hours, like where managers weren't around and stuff like that. But pretty much he walked around the gym being like talking to random people, being like, yeah, like me and my ex-wife used to kill people. We used to drive around to places in the States. And, yeah, we used to have like tie people up, blah, blah, blah. Like, when I got caught and I went to jail, I fucked my parole officer, blah, 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 all this stuff. Then he was calling some guys faggots because they were wearing shorts that were too tight. But he was calling them faggots to their face and all this stuff. So I was just like, oh, man. So I got to, based off the judgment-free zone I'm trying to curate here, I definitely got to step up to the plate. Deal with the issue at hand here. So finally, we tracked down some of his check-in time, like frequencies. So, when he's coming to the gym and whatnot. So I decided to work a shift where I knew he was going to be in.
You made that decision.
I made the decision because I had to. We had to. At this point, we had to. So
you had to stand on business.
we had to stand on business.
That's
at
here
this
to
point.
close cases.
Guys.
Omari's on the scene.
Guys. sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So I pull up. I'm there. He checks in, but he checks in while I'm like kind of in the back doing some admin work. So one of my staff, we all have walkie-talkies. Staff come on the walkie-talkie like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Let's say Mr. Crazy. Mr. Crazy just checked in. He's in the men's bathroom or in the men's bathroom, change room. So I come running out. I'm like, all right. I had a couple people that I knew that like, I put a couple people on staff to help me deal with this situation. And I already had like security kind of like on tab about it. So this was like a built up
a task
yeah,
force.
this was I had already like built up a task force.
Task force is crazy.
Because
Where's the lie?
but the dude was wild. The dude was big, low key. The dude is at least like 6'5", and he was off the wagon a little bit. You could tell like he didn't have all his marbles. So if I were to approach him and be like, "Yo, you can't come back here anymore,"
I feel like I'll take you in the fight. I'd pick you in the fight.
I appreciate you, but I don't know what he has. You see what I'm saying? He could pull out a knife. I don't have no knife or no shank, no weapons.
But you got these paws, nigga.
I got these paws, bro.
And
But that only takes
he
you so
did
far.
say that all of his transgressions were in the past.
Thank you.
So that's at least a plug
I'm
you have.
out of the streets.
No, the guy, Mr. Crazy.
The guy. Oh, yeah.
If you want to confess.
Hey man, you got something to tell? You should have told a different
You said
story.
it's a judgment-free zone.
Judgment-free zone.
True.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
Mr.
So he's not
Crazy
doing it
though,
anymore.
all his murders were in the past.
Exactly.
So-
And his wife, I guess, who he was doing the stuff with, is no longer with him. So go into the change room, talk to the guy. I'm like, I sit down.
Mm.
He's at the change room. He kind of turns around and sees me, and I'm like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Oh man, what are you here to talk to me about, man? What's up? Like kind of aggressively."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there like, "Look, man, you've been saying some wild stuff around the gym. It's not my call, man, but
It's not my call.
Yeah, I had to give it like that. I was like, it's not my call, but
Listen.
God,
You were standing on business.
wait. I was like,
Omari's the coach blaming it on the
leave.
GM.
I was like, but you gotta
Like, yo,
leave.
Yo.
we cool, but them
Yeah.
other niggas,
Yeah,
they ain't
I
fucking
was
with you.
like,
dog.
look, it's
It was
not
up to me.
personal.
We're
It's not
always
personal.
cool though. We're always
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you and me, we straight.
That's crazy.
You said he's 6'3".
That's crazy. Yeah, he's like 6'5".
Them
Like,
other niggas, man.
it's crazy.
They're not like us.
So I was there
Yo.
like, look, but you gotta leave though, like right now. Like security's already on their way here. Like
You were
come
looking
escort
out.
you out, all that stuff. Oh, yeah, I came and told him. There's a couple of staff with me, like kind of just one was at
Back
the
up,
door.
yeah.
One was at the door, and one was like in the change room, like posted up on the side like this. Like
If you-
I don't know why he was posing like
if
that.
you hear furniture
I never told him
move.
to do that, but he started to pose like this
Hey,
in the
man.
corner. So I was like, all right, look, like, you know, we really got the gang looking kind of crazy right now. The next thing is the next thing I never would have seen in a million years.
Mm-hmm.
He started crying.
Oh.
He started crying. Dead ass. He started crying. He started crying. He was like, yo, no one accepts me anywhere. Like, he said, give me the sob story. Yeah, no one accepts me anywhere, man. I swear, everywhere I go, everyone gives me trouble. Like, you know, all I do is spread love and tell everyone what the real stories are and all this stuff. And I was like, look, bro, look. I'm going to see you outside in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I left.
Okay,
That's what I was.
You still got a little business.
When I seen the tears roll down, I said, I could take this guy. That's not.
When the tears came out. When the tears came. That was the weakness?
When the tears came.
Like, I got him. I never cried before.
Insert the misogyny here.
Yo, this nigga's a bitch. Yo, you're
That's
fucked.
what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yo, you had.
See? That's why women. That's why we can't cry in front of women. Because we already think we're pussy.
That's
we cry.
You had the whole task force
With
ready to take him on. He sheds one tear all of a sudden.
You sent the task force home.
Yeah, I said, guys.
No, I got this.
I got this.
Solo.
Actually, it wasn't them niggas. It was me that said you gotta leave.
Right, the whole story. It's like I'm saying you gotta leave. Okay.
So like 5 minutes passes by. Like, you know, my staff. Actually, you're right. Somebody like when the guy that was at the door went back to the front desk. The other guy and me and him are talking, waiting outside the change room for the guy. He comes out in like 10 minutes or whatever. But by now, the security guy's like here too and stuff like that to escort him out. And yeah, bro, man, I was balling on his way out. He was like, yeah, I'll never come back here, blah, blah, blah. Started pulling out his phone and recording everyone. He was like, yeah. And even me, low-key got me in the video. He was like, yeah. Like, this the guy that won't let me in.
And his phone was up here.
It was up here. No, he's pointing down though. Look at the angle. You gotta look at the
Oh,
angle.
my bad. I didn't see the finger. Yo, my fault.
Yo.
You gotta look at the angle still.
Yeah.
It was
Yo, I'm screwed.
I'm sure too.
Man,
So
so
he
you
was-
were not in the video.
and this was on his way. Like, he was already at the at the front
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
by the time he turned around and started to do that, like, he was catching everyone in a pan. You see what I'm saying? He's just panning around. So.
That's crazy.
But yeah, bro, that's what it was. That was a crazy story. I got a little rattled, like I said, at the beginning when I had to get the task force and assemble the squad and everything like that. Clearly, I was a little like, all right,
Task force is crazy.
let me.
You're not
like-
gathering. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for everybody.
Yeah.
Out of 10, how much business did he stand on? Did Omari stand on? I'm going with a 7.
Oh, I was gonna say 5.
Wow,
Oh,
a
man.
5.
Chris, how much business did this nigga stand on?
I'm gonna meet you in the middle and say 6.
Damn,
You didn't really stand on business.
I kicked the man out, guys.
No.
And I got him out. No
Yeah,
hands,
but, you
no
know-
paws, no security.
Yo, well,
60% of business ain't business. dog.
Nah, but you brought the task force, and then once you started crying, you said,
Yo.
"I don't need y'all."
Damn.
and listen, you didn't hurt him physically, but you did hurt his feelings.
Huge.
That's called standing on business.
This guy saw
If I-
blood
if
in
I
the
did-
water when he cried. You
Yeah.
know when you go to runs and you see the tall nigga, you think he's nice, and then
Yeah.
he's shooting around, and you're like, this nigga's trash.
Yeah, no coordination.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm good.
I'm always the one. I'm guarding him.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's actually after you started crying, that was you.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
So
much.
I got him.
That's pretty much what happened.
But I
So.
respect you though. I respect you because
Appreciate
it
it,
still
guys.
takes a lot for you to, you know.
I mean, like, not a lot of people are gonna like go up to somebody and be like, "You gotta like get out."
You were the
right now."
manager, and
So
that's
got
how
to do it.
managers are supposed to
Yeah, you
do.
gotta
Some
do it.
managers they
Yeah.
hide behind their staff.
100%.
You went in front and you handled the problem straight up.
Thank
I
you, sir.
respect that.
Appreciate it.
All right, you're
Thank you.
gassing it.
Thank you.
We actually have some.
That's your nigga too.
Right? That's what's
I'm
crazy.
keeping the 70,000.
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah, he just wanted me to go in there and just start punching him up and then.
No.
Yo,
I didn't
if
want
you
to be
came out with
RoboCop.
that victory, bro, against that 6'3" D's crazy nigga, man.
The murderer.
Yeah, I would never do this race against you.
Even if you win, you lose.
Yeah.
We do have some sad news though. We had a death over the past few days. Ralph, I want you to lead this because
Yeah.
it is something we had to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Big loss in the anime community.
Mm-hmm.
Big loss in a lot of, I'd say, millennials, Gen Z. Like he's just spanned across multiple age groups.
Yeah.
Inspiration for a lot of people. Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, passed away. I believe he was 68.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say he is the godfather of modern anime.
That's not even a question.
Yeah, yeah.
I was really
Mhm.
looking at Twitter that whole day because something like that happens. It's like you're gonna see all these tweets, all these stories. The one thing I saw that I haven't thought about since Dragon Ball really came about is like we weren't thinking of even Dragon Ball as necessarily anime at that time. How anime is like a whole genre now. Dragon Ball was just like a cartoon in a sense, in terms of how big it was, how widespread it was,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and everyone watched Dragon Ball, but no one was self-identifying as I watch anime because I watch Dragon Ball. So when you think about the anime culture now and like how that is, it's like Dragon Ball might still be maybe Attack on Titan and maybe Naruto, but Dragon Ball is the real anime that kind of transcended culture, where it was like I'm not an anime person because I watch Dragon Ball. It's shit is just good and I gotta watch.
For sure. Some of the
Yeah.
top animes that I've watched outside of Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball Z, I'm not gonna lie, Dragon Ball Z got me into anime, bro.
Mhm.
I was a little bit too young to watch Dragon Ball.
Ball?
Like I
Yeah.
kind of that era kind of passed me. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z was like my gateway into anime, and I think as millennials, I would even throw as black male millennials, yo, it was very tough to be accepted as an anime fan
That's what I'm saying.
in high school.
Yeah.
You have a few of your friends that were fucking with anime. Like, thankfully, I was blessed to have a couple.
Mhm.
But in general, bro, it was if you want to be accepted and be cool, like it wasn't to watch anime. And I really loved reading manga.
Yeah.
I really love watching anime and like Dragon Ball Z. Like getting up every Saturday to watch a Dragon Ball Z episode, or every Friday night to watch a Dragon Ball Z episode was like a ritual for me.
Mhm.
So yeah, without him, I probably wouldn't be into anime like this. I'd probably just be into something else, something more generic. So I'm happy for that because like anime, it kind of shaped me as a person, to be honest. So
Yeah, what you said about it not
For
being
sure.
cool in high school, I didn't really realize until after high school because I had a lot of friends who were huge anime fans who I'm like, we never talked anime once,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah,
Like, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, how did I not know that you're so deep into anime? And so it's like what you said about it wasn't a thing is like, that's big facts. Like, we were almost closeted anime fans.
yeah, 100%,
like-
100%.
I mean, I think Dragon Ball Z's as well, like the actual first, probably like look, okay, Pokemon is technically considered an anime.
Technically, yeah, that's
you
fair.
know, so
That's
like
fair.
Pokemon for me is like like the real like
yeah.
transcendent everyone
The thing
under
is
all
with
that. Not to
Pokemon-
try and take away from Dragon
Pokemon
Ball.
is structured like a cartoon.
exactly.
So a lot, you're absolutely right. It
You're
is
right, though.
anime.
Yeah.
1000%.
It's
I
just structured
completely
so
agree.
differently.
But it's structured like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why for me Dragon Ball was so important because it
It had mature themes.
It had much more mature themes.
the
it opened up
fighting.
Exactly. The more valves of like
Mhm.
just honestly pure anime like more content and like behavior
Mhm.
and conversation, just the whole like mode and culture was like wrapped in there. So I think it was really, really important, man.
Yeah.
You can't write the anime story without Dragon Ball.
It still is something that I talked about when this happened of like looking and seeing everyone's stories is how many things from Dragon Ball are a part of culture that we just think of as normal, like the over 9,000.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
first
yeah.
like internet memes. Period. like
Mhm.
That's facts.
internet memes.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it's like when we were in high school, that was something that we like were yelling in class like any chance we got. Like we were like baiting people into giving us a chance to yell over 9,000. You think about the Kamehameha,
Mhm.
it's like we've seen that a variation of that so many different ways. When it's like we all know where it comes from, but whether it's another sci-fi movie or a
Mhm.
cartoon or someone references it, it's like that's a normal thing where if someone references that, most of the millennials know exactly what that is. So
Yeah.
like so much anime now I think is still subculture because there's a group that is just not hip to anime, but so many things from Dragon Ball were
Mhm.
like mainstream culture. Even the video games. Like if I remember
Yeah.
the Dragon Ball video games.
Yeah, man, they go hard. Yo, Dragon Ball's still relevant to this day, bro.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
Super came out with a movie the other day, and I went to the
Facts.
theaters and watched it. You know what I mean?
How was it?
It was pretty good. It was alright. It was the anyway. The art style
Okay.
was a little different, but
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's still relevant to this day. Like they're still making video games. They're still gonna make new episodes, new seasons and stuff. So
Mhm.
he had a lot of projects that were like on the table, still working on and stuff. So yeah, it was tough, man. And then just what really hit me was when the creators of other animes
Yes.
Were talking about the inspiration that he brought on for them. So like the creator of Bleach and
Mhm.
Naruto and One Piece. These aren't no baby anime.
Yeah, like these are big dog.
These are $1 million franchises. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
One Piece damn near $1 billion
Yeah.
franchise. And he looks at Toriyama like, yo, Toriyama's the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, to be honest, it's kind of like MJ passing in the
Yeah.
basketball world. It's the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
Because without MJ, there'd be no Bron. There'd be no like Kobe
Mhm.
to how we see them, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's a great comparison. I was actually thinking Bill Russell when Bill Russell passed a few years ago, but I think MJ is more accurate because
a little more modern.
more modern, where it's like almost everyone who's of age to be watching any of these has seen Dragon Ball. Like I remember my little brother, he's 19, he's a huge anime fan, and he just heard us mention Dragon Ball so many times. He's like, okay, I gotta go see what it's about, see what it is, and it's like, how many animes from that era are that? Like, how many kids are watching Digimon right now? Like,
None.
True.
you know what I mean? And
I can't say none. There's a subset.
no,
but yeah.
like,
No, but
no,
it-
the diehards, but
the
it's like,
longevity is there.
You're right there, yeah.
things,
and then the
yeah.
one thing I want to make sure we don't forget to mention is Super Saiyan. Like Super Saiyan being a thing, like these are things that, like, again, like we've said and referenced so many times outside of the actual anime,
Yeah.
just in our lives that we're just used to saying. It's like, think about, as a joke on the internet, someone's like, "Oh, this nigga going Super Saiyan," like.
Yeah, and everyone just knows what that's supposed to mean.
Dog, non-anime fans know.
That-
yeah,
what
that's
it means.
what I'm
Like, Chris is
saying.
not a big anime fan.
Nah.
Yeah, but he knows exactly what
But
that
if
means.
I say a couple Dragon Ball references, he's gonna know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
So-
sure.
And so it's like that is the thing that I took for granted with Dragon Ball, and after he passed, I was kind of like, again, these things are just common knowledge to us because we grew up with them, and then you're kind of thinking like, there's someone who's not an anime fan right now
Mhm.
who has 5 memories from Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
just from being on the
Facts.
internet or being around the right people. So
Facts.
yeah, that was a huge one, and I'm happy that it's getting the love because there's a lot of people who probably they knew of Dragon Ball or kind of, and this is a time for them to kind of tap in and be like, oh, this is really influential. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely opened a lot of eyes for a lot of non anime fans and stuff like that. And yeah, just the fact that like Gen Zs, millennials can all kind of come together with the collective thought, like, yo, we miss this guy. Like he was a true inspiration. Yeah, man. Shout outs to Toriyama, man. I hope his estate is gonna do well. I hope his family is gonna be okay. And
hope so,
like,
too.
yeah, I hope the projects that do come out are like stay true to whatever he had planned, and we'll just kind of go from there. So I say all that to say, anime suggestion of the week.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with the original Dragon Ball.
I like
Okay.
that. Enough said.
Yep.
Before we move on, this one's for you in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I have mine, but you're the anime person here, so mine doesn't matter. Do you have a favorite moment from Dragon Ball Z, whether like a scene or a storyline or just a character that stuck with you? Like what is the most memorable thing out of all that whole lexicon for you?
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
There's so many, bro. It's gonna be tough for me to just think of one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay, I'll give 2, and then you can see if any jog your memory. One is Trunks.
Mm.
When Trunks came on the scene,
and he fucked Frieza up.
that was like,
Yeah, that was
I remember that distinctly of like, woof,
Yeah.
that was crazy. And then also Frieza, that whole taking down Frieza taking like so long because I was watching Dragon Ball on VHS after the fact. Like my cousin would tape it and I'd watch it after the fact. So it took me probably a month to see Frieza go down.
Facts.
So just remembering how long that took and me being captivated the whole time, this nigga's just in the air, like
Yeah.
those are the 2 that stand out to me.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably go with Goku's first Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
That was iconic.
Mhm.
Took a couple episodes, but it was iconic. I remember I was in elementary school,
yeah.
and every week we're like, during the Frieza saga, we're like coming back in class and be like, yo, do you see that? Did you see that? Did you see
Yeah.
that? So I'll do that. And then I'll also go with another Super Saiyan scene. I'll probably go when Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2,
Yeesh.
just because that was so built up for
Mhm.
decades, bro.
Mhm.
Like that shit was built up for
Yeah.
so long, man, that
Yeah.
Gohan had all this hidden potential and he kept getting bitched out and
Yeah.
he wasn't handling his own. You'll see little glimmers of his potential, but he never actually hit it. And then he just went Super Saiyan 2 to fight Cell and beat his ass.
Yeah.
And it made everybody feel justified. And I'm pretty sure I read this in the past that that's where Toriyama originally wanted to end the series, was with Gohan beating Cell, because he's like, that's kind of a completion of a series. Like Goku dies,
Mhm.
he passes the torch on to Gohan, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, to me that was elite. But then, and I didn't really like when the Boo saga came on originally because it was something new.
Mhm.
There was a time
Yeah.
skip. Gohan's a little older.
Yeah.
But the Boo saga was really good too.
Boo
Saga
was
was
also
so
tough
sick.
to beat. Like
Boo took a while to beat.
I didn't know that about ending after Gohan because I was literally gonna say Gohan King Super Saiyan 2. That felt like it was like the end. Like this is what we're leading up to. The whole thing's leading up to this. And when you talk about the untapped potential, you brought me back because that was a whole thing of arguments of like, nah, but when Gohan gets in his bag, like,
Yeah.
oh my,
Yeah.
We could talk about this forever, but
That's
What about
crazy.
you, Omar? You have any moments?
Probably like a little bit more modern. I'll pull some more modern moments since you guys like went way back for yours. I like, which I like. First, the first scene of Vegito when they first did the fusion ha.
Okay.
oh,
That was
Yeah,
sick.
yeah.
That was a built up moment as well. And like, you know, as like, bro, you don't even think that those guys could combine. You just like the fact that like that was even something, a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is just
yeah.
freaking really, really cool for my brain. I remember at the time. And then another one was actually much more recent. I can't really fathom a character like Jiren.
Mhm.
And Jiren is just like insane to me. So he's just like a really, really powerful force. That's all. I
Tournament
can't really,
power was cool.
Yeah,
for
Jiren's
sure.
power is just like insane to me. I can't really.
Yeah.
He's like the Superman kind of like that world, if that makes sense. Like
that was one of the better fights in
fights
the
of
series. Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Yeah. Jiren is nuts.
Yeah. The more that we talk about it, it makes you think of the consistency
Mm-hmm.
of like the fight scenes always being on point,
Yeah.
and then having that like next level someone can get to,
Yeah.
Definitely.
and then as well like the villains, like top tier villains, like top tier villains, and I think that's kind of an anime thing that not every anime does this, but it's like not everyone just wins because they're a good person. Like that's more like an American movie thing of like, okay, Ralph had heart.
Yeah.
He gonna beat whoever.
Facts.
And it's like the villain is 10 times more D's than you, and it's and it's like,
That's
okay, y'all had
facts.
heart, so they win. In anime, it is more like there's an actual power up, whatever it is that leads to the victory. So
Yep.
Mhm.
I like that a lot. Man, we got some good non-rap suggestions.
Non-rap for sure. I'm
Cr-
gonna go last.
Yeah, Chris, you are the one who always starts this section off the best. So you got some good non-rap suggestions for us?
I do. I got a real good one. I was bumping on the weekend. Where Did You Sleep Last Night by Lead Belly.
Ooh.
Bro, yeah.
That's a banger. I forgot about that song.
Dude,
Wow.
hard.
Yeah. Who did a cover of that song?
Kid
Cudi.
You know who else did one was Kurt Cobain, Nirvana.
Yeah.
So they did that on their unplugged set.
Mm-hmm,
So the unplugged version's cool too that they did, but
Yeah.
the original, you know, he just still man.
That's it. You know what's funny? That technically breaks the rules because I did say no
Oh, you
sampling. But here's why I think it fits, because this is where Mario went wrong a couple weeks ago.
Chris about to
Oh
push you
my
like you pushed that guy.
Hands off policy.
Yeah,
But if you pick the original of a song that's been covered and sampled a bunch of times, then that's fair. I think that should be allowed. Like if you choose a song that's a classic, but you choose the original, the first ever recording, or not, it doesn't have to be the first, but one of the earlier recordings, that should be fair.
Okay.
But if you're choosing something that's from the past and you choose the like Meg the Stallion version of it or something, like, so.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
Well, you chose
obviously-
Luke Combs
obviously I
over
chose-
Tracy Chapman.
Yeah,
So.
Damn, that was weeks ago. We're still holding that.
No, well, he
People don't
definitely holds
forget.
that close to his chest.
For
but
sure.
Yeah.
Sorry for loving black women. Won't happen again.
I was the one that shouted out that I was a black woman that created the original song. But anyways, I digress.
for a later day.
I digress.
I had a friend, he listened to the episode and he's like, yo, you guys are still bullying Omari. It's been months. So I'm chilling, bro.
Appreciate you, gang. Appreciate you, gang.
That's so funny.
Mine is actually something a little bit more classic because it just kind of came on my shuffle not long ago. But I was really just like kind of like caught aback, I guess, still. And I don't even know how because I've heard the song a million times. But it was Remember the Time by Michael Jackson. So,
Oh, I went to a Michael Jackson show actually in Vegas.
oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there was a Cirque du Soleil show. It was a tribute to Michael.
How was that?
They actually had a hologram Michael there.
That is so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was fucking dope, man.
That is really,
That's
really
cool.
cool.
Expensive as fuck, but it was worth
I was
it.
gonna say
Yeah.
but I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Remember the time?
Yeah.
Oh,
'cause-
man.
and also what made me think of that, I think, as well, was our exchange over social media not long ago where you're like, if you could go back to watch anyone perform live or something like that. I think it was out of 4 people. It was out of MJ, Prince,
The Beatles.
and I think was one of them DMX or something like
No,
that.
I don't think it was DMX.
I guess I was wrong.
But if I could see one person live, I still think it's Michael. I
Yeah.
still think like
I wish I could go back.
one
and see
person
him
dead
for
or
sure.
alive, I gotta see them live.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson is still the answer for me. And you're saying that's for you too?
that's definitely for me too, man.
Yeah.
I would almost go fan like boy level for sure. Like
Yeah.
for sure. It's Michael, bro.
It's Michael
like,
for you
crazy.
too, Chris?
Honestly, yeah, probably Michael or actually we were talking about this before, but maybe Queen. So maybe Queen.
Ooh.
Queen or Michael would be
Queen's
those
a good
would
one.
probably be the top
Mhm.
for sure.
That's a tough one, man. Live, probably go Tupac.
Okay.
Probably
Tupac's a good one.
Tupac.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think choosing a rapper in this category, no offense, is like a crazy choice.
Well, especially if it's an older one, because the way they performed back then was crazy.
Yeah, I wanted
Although-
to say Michael, but I can't say
Yeah,
Michael.
yeah.
Plus, I
I
saw his
understand.
hologram, so you know.
Yeah, you don't-
I gotta
yeah,
leg
you
up
got
on
it.
You
y'all.
just saw
you're good.
Michael.
Yeah, I saw Michael.
Oh,
What
man.
Up, what up, Mike?
I saw like something like that, like a Michael tribute. We were in Dominican, like on, you know how they have the resort shows, and it was like one of those, and like
You saw Dominican Michael?
yo, we saw Dominican Michael, and honestly, yo, he wasn't bad. He moved good. So,
But that
but
might be the name of the episode.
It was
Dominican
pretty
Michael
funny,
Jackson.
man.
Dominican Michael is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like Tupac is good. I think if you're choosing like out of rappers you want to see live, who you didn't get to see when they were alive, DMX is number 1 for me.
oh yeah.
But Tupac is obviously a
I don't know. That's
great
why I
choice.
probably thought of like, because he's one of the
Yeah.
best performers ever. So
Listen,
I was
this is for another pod, but hot take, DMX is better than Tupac. But let's continue.
yeah, he is. I agree with that take.
As a lyricist? Or just as an overall artist?
Both.
I actually agree
Both.
with this.
I don't
Yeah.
know about that. That's tough.
That's
That's a tough
if
one.
you look at the
As a
catalog.
lyricist, I'm going with. If you look at the catalog, yeah, well, one person's dead.
No, but Tupac has 250 songs out. Like, yeah.
As a lyricist, I'm going with Pac still.
Over. You know what? What's your non-rap suggestion?
Yeah,
Actually, no,
yeah,
you're going
yeah.
last. You're going last. You're going last. Yeah, 'cause I was ready to go in. This is from a Canadian artist, Alan Raymond. His sound is like a blend of like rock, hip hop, a little bit like R&B, indie. This song is called Rose. He has like 3 different versions of this. I'm choosing the original one where there's actual drums on it. But yeah, Alan Raymond, Rose. That's my non-rap suggestion.
Nice. Did you go, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
You went first.
Sorry. So there's been a little bit of a controversy with this song I'm picking right now. I think some writing critics it became an issue because they wrote some lyrics on a piece of paper and somebody's claiming that it belongs to them. But I'm gonna go with a classic, a big classic, by the Eagles, Hotel California.
Oh.
Big true.
Yeah. So I was listening to that actually on my way back to Toronto. So
Okay.
while I was in a cramped airplane, made the ride a little bit nicer.
Isn't that so interesting how the whole didn't write your lyrics thing or stole lyrics thing is kind of like case dependent? When you brought up the Eagles thing, because I forgot that even was a story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's like, I'm not even thinking that the Eagles are losing points for that. Like, you know, I'm just still like, they're still the Eagles.
Yeah.
But I thought about Nelly. You guys remember when Nelly had that whole thing come out that he didn't write country grammar?
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
crazy.
we're not here.
Assuming that, right? Yeah,
know?
that's big
No.
news as soon as you hear that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I thought it was very interesting. But I like everyone's non-rap suggestions this week. I think we,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, for sure. We
You got
knocked
some
it out
good
the park
ones.
as usual. I don't have a. Actually, you know what? I do have a creator showcase. I'll give a shout out to these lovely ladies that are grinding and doing their thing because we're here and we love women.
International Women's Month.
Hey, shout out women.
So I wanted to give a quick shout outs to these 2 amazing ladies. They do a lot of great work in the jewelry game. They've been grinding. They've been working hard. I've had a chance to connect with them. I hope you listeners have a chance to connect with them too. Follow them on IG. They're called New Jewel. Beautiful crafted pieces. Shout outs to Jasmine. Shout outs to Eloquent. These 2 ladies are fantastic. They grind. They work really hard. We've actually had them in the studio in the past. Chris remembers. Yeah. So shout outs to them. I want to make sure that you guys get your due. And yeah, I want to make sure that you guys get your products anywhere that we can see them. So shout outs to you guys. You guys have some really good materials and we'll see where life
Ralph.
leads you.
I have a bone to pick with you. How come you haven't connected them? You see Omari over there shining like Gangstalicious,
Ooh.
and you haven't connected the
That's a
jewelry
Gangstalicious.
women.
Show the chain real quick. Hold on, I'm
That's
gonna give you a shout out. No, hold on.
I hate these guys.
Listen,
I hate these
listen,
guys.
Eloquin,
Relax.
Jasmine, we got a lot of love for you. I want you to look right now at this camera pointed at my boy Omari.
I don't even know.
He loves jewelry. He loves top end jewelry. You know what I'm
You
saying?
see the glasses?
I want him to be able to wear top of the line consistently. And the only way he can
I
do
agree.
that is by connecting with you guys. So can you guys connect with my boy Omari? Can you guys connect with any listeners out there? Because I need everybody to be fresh when the summer's coming around. And we cannot be
Appreciate
fresh without New Jewel.
Facts. And I gotta say this: jewelry is probably the easiest thing to do if you're ugly. Okay, if you're ugly, UGLY, you throw some jewelry on, that will help out a whole lot. Okay, so
Just an
Very
indirect
important.
shot, but it's
Is
all
that a
good,
shot,
guys.
dude?
Yeah.
shout at who?
I mean, who we're talking about?
I'm wearing jewelry too.
Fair. I mean, I guess we all are.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yo,
it's
if
an
you want to be
ugly
ugly,
bunch,
be
eh?
ugly. Yeah, I can't help it.
It's subjective.
Yeah, like I'm wearing jewelry too. Like
Yeah.
I definitely ugly.
And yeah, just the last thing, I know I said I mentioned this last episode, we're going to do a listener shout out. This episode, I want to give a big shout outs to my boy Angel. He listens consistently.
Jeez.
So I want you to know that we know that you are a constant listener. So shout outs to you, Angel. Big ups to you. Keep doing what you're doing. He's a personal trainer. If anybody wants to personal train with him, that's my guy. Shout outs to Angel. Keep listening. Keep doing your thing.
This is probably my favorite episode from a sneaker standpoint.
Mm.
And I hate that I dropped the ball wearing my beaters. I like what Omari's wearing on his feet. I love what Chris is wearing on his feet. I like what you're wearing on your feet. Don't show me on the camera. It's not important. But I want to take a shout out to everyone because this is the best sneaker episode for me. So
Nice.
all the things that would make it better if we had Pam here. That would be the only thing
Bring back Pam.
that would improve it. Hashtag bring back Pam. Hashtag pro Pam.
I don't know if Ralph's a fan of my shoes.
You said you don't know if I'm a fan of your shoes?
Yeah.
Why? Because I didn't give you a compliment?
No, I just don't know how the look you gave. I'm not sure. Like,
What? What's with the...
Amar wants to get shot at. Like,
what's going on
You
here,
want me
bro?
to
Like,
compliment you? You're missing a compliment? They look good, man. They look good. Is that
Appreciate
better?
it.
You feel good now?
I do feel a little bit better. now.
Okay, your
Thank
chain
you.
looks good. Everything looks fine. Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're happy now? You validated?
Yeah.
Much
This
better now,
fucking
guys.
guy.
Don't kill me.
Sunshine time, actually.
All right, man. Yeah, shout outs to you guys, the listeners, man. We're getting back to the episode time ranges that we're looking for. Big episode 50. You guys have been sticking with us. You guys have been appreciating everything we're putting out, and we want you to know that we appreciate you. Next episode, Amari might not be here, but we'll have some special guests that are going to be pulling up next episode. So I want you guys to stay tuned for whatever we have upcoming. Be prepared. A lot of clips, a lot of energy, a lot of good vibes. Adriel, talk to him.
All my good people, them on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, leave us a comment. Of course, share us with your friends, okay? If you got a time code that you loved when Omari was going crazy or Ralph was going crazy, send that to your friends, okay? Share the podcast. Of course, leave us a rating and a review. 5 stars, not a single star less. Now, we've graduated to our own Instagram feed, okay? So please follow us on Instagram at The Mayor's Office Pod, on TikTok at The Mayor's Office Pod,
Yep,
The Mayor's
yep.
Office. And until next time, canceling, bring back bullying, know yourself, know your worth.